I just want to make sure we're clear on the project in case maybe you're not. The point of the project is to research a topic in your subject and find something interesting about it and then teach that concept to someone else. Now, in order to do that, you're going to set up a station. To set up the station, you will create a question that you want the students to be able to answer when they're done with your station. You're going to need to have directions in order for them to complete whatever station you want them to do, and then you'll have the actual activity. So the student's going to walk up to your station. Now during that time period, you will be at other student stations, so you won't be here to communicate. The only thing that will be there to communicate are the items you've left. The student will come to the station and read the question. What are different factors that influence ecosystem balances? Then they're going to read the instructions. Okay, I'm going to start with 15 beans. I roll a dice. I draw the card. Every card will assign an amount of beans that I'm going to add or subtract. So I start out with 15 on each one. And do it, right? So now I'm going to do my interaction. Oh, here we go. Da, 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 da. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the question, read the question. How did the activity answer it? Can I answer the question? Awesome. Fill out the question. Now I know my answer. Super. Move on. Okay. So the activity is, by the end of it, students will fill out a worksheet with all of the questions, and they're going to have an answer because of them doing this activity. The purpose of it is for you to be able to set up and communicate to people without physically being there. I think that's a very powerful skill to learn. It also is for you to do some extra research and get excited and tell other people about it. How you're going to be graded is according to your rubric, and you need to be very careful to read it. It will be based on what level is it? Is it high school, elementary school? How long is it? Does your question actually relate to your theme? Does your activity answer your question? Was it approved beforehand? Is it creative? How is it presented? Now I want to be clear, I don't say typed. This is a untyped example. It is very neat, attractive, and balanced. They had to add this last minute, but it's still neat, attractive, and balanced, so it's possible to do it without typing, etc. Look at the expectations so you know how I'm grading you. You do need a bibliography, so you need to make sure that you have all of your sources cited on a page somewhere. These are the sources that I looked at as I was going through it. And then if you want the bonus is to identify anything that a person might get confused about on your question. So if your question was about what are different air pollutants, then some misconceptions a student might have would be they might mix up similar sounding pollutants like nitrogen dioxide and nitrogen monoxide. So that would be an example of a misconception or misunderstanding. They are hard to predict, and that's why it's a bonus. So again, the purpose of this is to teach another student an idea or a concept of marine science. It's to show others what you've learned and also to make sure that you can communicate without physically being present. You will need to have a question over your activity that a student will be able to answer after doing your activity. You will need to have instructions, and it will need to be about 2 to 3 minutes long. If you have any other questions, put it in Google Classroom. Good luck.